Have you ever wondered how Netflix creates those cinematic movie poster designs? In this tutorial, I will be showing you step by step way on how to create your own Netflix style movie poster using this hit series Wednesday as inspiration. So stay with me to the end of this tutorial. So without further ado, let's dive straight into the tutorial. So this is the movie poster I did, the Netflix Wednesday movie poster I did recently. So I decided to show you guys how I did it. So I'm going to create a new file. So the size I'm going to be using is 1080 by 1350. Make sure your one is in pixel. Then the resolution I'm going to set it to 72. So I'm going to go here where you see 16-bit, 8-bit, 32. I'm going to make it my own 16-bit to make the quality of our poster. Why I'm putting it to 16-bit just to make the whole poster to be the quality to be, you know, high in quality, like they are very sharp. So I'm going to make our full background black just to make everything default first. So now let's create the background now from scratch. So I'm going to bring in this black background. I'm going to scale it up, scale it, and it's okay. Then you can see it's still rough, so I'm going to add some blur to it, Gaussian blur. So filter, then blur, then Gaussian blur. So I'm going to set the radius to 40, so it look like this. Then I'm going to bring in this another background image, just this one that is like ray of light. So I'm going to change the color. It's not going to be like this. If you've watched the series of Wednesday, you can see the the color used in the movie is black and purple, like a purple. So we're going to still change the color. This particular background that we just added to be purple. So I'm going to still scale this one up. We did not do well when I brought it in that time. So this down part, we're going to clear it away. Make sure your full background color is on black. So I'm going to use this my brush tool. Let me increase the flow of my brush very well, just a bit, not completely 100 anyway, but you can make your own 100. You can make your own 100. So I'm going to blend this. Then now I'm going to change the color to purple. So I'm going to go to image, then adjustment, then hue and saturation. So is the hue we're going to touch. So the hue I'm going to change it to -117. You can see how it has turned to purple. So everything plus the background underneath and the one on top, everything together blends. So I'm going to bring in this like a clock image, like a clock image. A clock image. So I'm going to scale it up, then change the blending mode to screen. Wow, you can see how the background looks like very, very clean. Then the opacity, I'm going to change the opacity to 90. Does this way. So now let's bring in our images now. But before that, let me try centralizing this. Let me see. Okay, just to make sure everything is okay anyway. So let's bring in our images now. So I'm going to bring in the main character, which is Wednesday. So I'm going to resize our image, size it So in this poster, we're going to be dealing with rays of light on the on the images. So I'm going to show you how to. You can see normally when I um the images normally has some rays of light, so we have to make everything blend, not that we just bring in the images. So if we look towards the right hand side of our hair, can see the color is blue but the background is purple, so we have to make that one change to purple. Then this, the other side of our body, is a bit bluish purple, so we leave that one, but the one on the right hand side, we're going to change it to purple to blend with the one, to blend with the background. So the color code is 8C3FD0. so this purple, like this. So click on OK, then use my brush tool. I'm going to reduce the size of my brush. Let me still reduce it. Then I'm going to paint this like this. Let's see, my brush is too big, so I'm going to cancel it. It's too big. Let me reduce my brush very well. So I'm going to paint it very well like this. You can see how I'm doing it. So I'm going to change the blending mode to color, so it will blend. You can see what I'm trying to say. The color on the hair now matches with the background behind her. So we're going to create a creepy mask by right clicking and then reduce the opacity to 73. Then yeah, so we'll try. Just fit it to screen first. So I'm still going to centralize it, but let's us blend the image down parts, so we cannot leave it like that. So I'm going to use our brush to make sure your background color is on black. Once it's on black, you can erase anything or blend any image, but if it's not on black, it's on white, it's like as if you are not doing anything, and maybe you've erased something, you want to bring it back, you have to change it back to, white. So bring in this our brother's image, and I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to right click on the image, then where you see flip horizontally, you flip it, because I'm going to place it at the left hand side of Wednesday, because you cannot put it like that. His hand will be, I want that his hand showing electric stuff to show. Yeah, that's why we flipped the image. That's just the reason. So I'm going to place him right there, then bring him behind our back like this. You can see the, oh, let me take that back. You can see, so I'm going to adjust him, so follow me. So going to reduce the size, then I'm going to tilt it a bit, so to look like this, then drag down, scale it up down a bit, so to look like this. Okay, then I'm going to add the layer marks to blend the down parts of his clothes. So reduce the brush, let me bring it back, it's too much, so I'm going to reduce the flow of my brush so that it's everything we know erase like that off. So I'm going to bring in the next image, this old man, the reason why I even downloaded these images, and that reminds me, the images, the resource file used in this video, the link will be available as usual in the description. So do well to check the description for the resource link to practice the using this tutorial video. Yeah, so I'm going to just adjust this man's image. So let me see. Okay, yeah, just change it. And then I'm going to add the layer marks, and make sure you can see I had to change my background color to black before I could erase anything. So make sure remember to change it to black when you want to blend the image or this. And if it's too much, like now it's too much, I had to change it back to white again. Then just like that until you are satisfied. That's just it. And when you are doing a movie poster, you have to be patient. You have to be patient, exercise patience. Not that you will just rush and do anyhow work. You have to be very, very patient while you are doing a movie poster. So I'm going to bring this guy's image, then place it behind Wednesday's brother. So I'm going to resize his image, the guy's image, then place him precisely at his back. So I'm still going to adjust it. I'm still going to adjust Wednesday brother's image a bit, so that there will be space for the other guy behind him on the poster, because I don't want the guy's face to cut out. So that's just the reason why I adjusted the image. You can see the poster already is already taking shape already. It's already taking shape. So let me reduce the size. So I'm going to bend it, tilt it a bit to make it face show very well. Wow, it's nice. Bring it down. So I'm going to select the whole thing, then bring them down a bit because it's too close to the top. On them centralized, so that's how I brought them down. Then this guy's image, let's still work on this guy's image. So I'm going to add the layer marks, then blend the image to the background. So let me grab it up. Yeah, very, very nice. That's perfect. So this Wednesday's image, I'm going to still centralize it, but this guy's image is too much. I blended it too much, so I'm going to bring some back. Yeah, just a bit. Yeah. So I'm going to, but before that, I'm still going to, first centralizing Wednesday's image. So this guy's image, I'm going to bring it in there and place it behind the old man's back. just to make the whole thing even. Yeah, so I'm still going to do the same thing I did for that guy behind Wednesday's brother. So I'm going to do the same thing by adjusting, then tilting it to be perfect. And I'm still going to touch the old man's image too, so that the guy at his back will balance. Yeah, just like this. So I hope you are following me and you are getting it. I cannot you may be wondering, why is this tutorial 35 or 35 minutes. I don't want to cut anything or fast forward the video, because I want you guys to get it from scratch. Show you guys how I did it, not hiding anything from you. So that's why I didn't fast forward or make the video short. I could have just speed up the video, but I said no, let me show you how it is being done. So if you are enjoying the video, why don't you hit the like button, and if you have not subscribed, why have you not subscribed? And yeah, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you will get notified when I drop tutorial. So yeah, I'm still going to correct this guy image. So I'm going to add the layer marks, then blend the edges to the background. So I'm going to blend it. Then what we did for Wednesday's hair, we're going to do the same thing to this guy's face. At his left side, you can see this purple ray of light doing to his face, but before that, this man's hand is affecting his face. So I'm going to still adjust, but before that, let's type in the color code. That's the color code is 9349CA. I should have just normally I would just pick this the color from the background, but I don't want to stress you guys. That's why I'm calling the color code out for you. Yeah. So, but before that, I cannot. Let me zoom out, then adjust the man's image very well. Let me shift it to the size because it's affecting the guy's face. So I'm going to still work on the man's image. So let me shift it in, tilt it in, back. Yeah. So it will be like this. Wow. Tilt it a bit. Okay. So it will be like this. Let me see. Okay. So now we can do the light reflection now on his face. You can see that it is blue. So since it is the guy's face is close to that purple to the purple background, so we have to make it that the purple background light is reflecting to his face and only with on blue. So I'm going to change the blending mode to color, then reduce the opacity to 65 so it will, 65. Yeah, you can see now Then I'm just going to take it back. Let me see. So this is the tip of his head. We're just going to blend it a bit. Let me take my full background color to black back. Then we're going to blend it a bit. So I'm going to reduce the flow of my brush to be very, very low. Low as maybe 14, 15 or even 13. So I'm just going to blend it a bit. Let me use the brush. Okay, blend. Anyways, it's not that visible, but I just have to do it. Yeah. So this Wednesday's image now is not at the center anymore because we shifted it down. So I'm going to select R only, then centralize it. These the effects we added in our image, so you shift it to make it back there. Then let's shift this effect we did on our hair and shift it. Yes, so it's back to where it is normally. So now I'm going to, after adding the whole images, you can see the poster is already coming to shape. Then I'm going to bring in this smoke background. Then I'm going to resize, then change the blending mode to screen, then reduce add the layer mask, then clear the top part. I don't want the smoke to be at the top, is at the bottom. I want it to be, so I'm going to reduce the opacity to 64, then continue to blend the to just remove some part away, just then the down part I'm still going to remove some later, but let me still remove all this here. Wow, you can see the poster is giving that cinematic vibe already. This is so nice. So now it's time to write the title of the movie, then add Netflix logo. Yeah, that's just basically what is left already. So I'm going to show you everything. So, and that reminds me, yes, the font for the Wednesday. Just maybe I'm going to add it to the resource file. That's the link. Yeah, I'm going to add everything, all the resource file, all the resources I use, from the images, everything down to the fonts I use. I'm going to share everything to you guys, so you will not have to stress yourself looking for it on the internet, because it took me time and a lot of days to get the actual images and fonts, most especially this font. So the color, I'm going to make it like ash. Then the color code for the fonts for that text is D1 B4. So the spacing, I'm going to make it -10. Yeah, so don't worry about the resources. I'm going to share everything with you. So just do well to just check the description for the resources. Yeah, so I'm going to centralize the text. Then I'm going to duplicate by pressing on my keyboard Ctrl J. So it will duplicate it for me. Ctrl J. But before, let me decentralize because I shifted it. So, but I don't. You can duplicate too. You can duplicate the text, but as you wish. Then I'm going to change this other font. I cannot give it like this. So I'm going to change it like a printing font popping. I know you are familiar with that font popping, but this particular Wednesday font is very, very, very difficult to find the exact one being used. So yeah, I'm going to share everything. So I'm going to change this one to white, and then I'm going to give it a spacing of 200. So it is a Netflix series I'm trying to put there. A Netflix series. So I'm going to reduce the size, then continue to type. So space, then Netflix series. Yeah. And if you have not watched the movie, I advise you to go and watch it because it's interesting. So yeah, and I'm going to reduce the size and place it. So I'm going to centralize it. I'm still use it more. Let me still reduce the stuff. I just want everything to just be perfect. That's why I'm just doing it. But if you are okay with it the way your own is, you can just making sure everything is okay. So I'm going to bring in this Netflix logo. As usual, any Netflix movie, either series or movie, you must surely add the Netflix logo. So I'm going to increase the saturation to be 100 completely. Then I'm going to reduce the size. It's too big. I can only leave it like this. So I'm going to reduce the size. Then place it underneath here. I'm still going to write season 2 because currently it's season 2 they released. So I'm going to write season 2. So I'm going to duplicate that a Netflix series, then write type season 2. So that's what basically what season 2. Then I don't want to use I'm going to remove the spacing that is there. I don't want to use the same fonts I use for the Netflix series, so I use Montserrat medium. That's what I used, Montserrat medium. Then I added a outer glow effect. Then I'm going to reset it to default. Then yeah, the opacity, I'm going to change it to 21. Then the color code is FF15C2. FF15C2. This color. Then the size, I'm going to set it to 84. To 84. Then I'm going to add a rectangle, a line. That's a line. So by doing that, I'm going to create using a rectangle. So I'm going to make the rectangle very, very thin. Then give it the color of that Netflix logo. Very, very bright, a bright red like this. So the color code for that is E000E. So it will be like this. So I'm going to place it here, then drag here. Yeah. So I'm going to group the whole thing, the season 2, then the Netflix logo, then the rectangle. I'm going to group it into one. Then centralize it, because if I don't group it like that, everything is going to module up together. That's why I grouped it first. Then select the other text, then bring it up a bit. Then just trying to centralize the whole thing back. Yeah. Then I'm still going to work on this smoke background. So let me flatten this, a Netflix series text. So drag this. Centralize it. Yeah. So I'm going to now work on the down part of this smoke background. Let me drag this. Just adjusting everything and to make everything perfect anyway. Just making everything perfect. And centralize it back. So let me see. Yeah. So now for that smoke background, let me see. Just making everything sure. So that's just basically it. So that's how I created this cinematic movie poster using um this movie, this Netflix series movie Wednesday. So you can try out your own Netflix movie poster. Yeah, and yeah, so that's just basically it anyway. So if you learned one or two things from this tutorial, why not you give this video a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button down there, turn on the notification bell so that you will get notified whenever I drop another tutorial. See you in my next tutorial.